Spot color is a very complex issue, but I want to show you the concept behind it just so you can see how it works. So we're going to start off by showing you the world's simplest example of spot color that you'll probably never use, but it's a great way to learn about the premise behind it. So all I've done so far is made a new document. There's no layers, because one of the things you learn about spot colors is that you have to basically throw everything out you knew about layers and work strictly in channels ultimately. So basically all I've done is I've created a gradient on our main document, which shows up in our channel that's gray. Since this is a grayscale document, that's the only channel we're working on. Now we will make a marquee selection and just decide where we're going to position, and then we go into our channels palette and we're going to choose new spot color channel, and this is where we have to pick the color that we want. You can go into whatever Pantone color. We'll just stick with the color that we have chosen at the moment and click OK. And basically, because I had made a selection already, you'll see that all that appears on this channel is a big black dot. So that means that's where that red ink will print. But right now, you would see that it would also overprint on top. See how it's getting darker at the bottom here? So if I only wanted this red to appear just in the circle or the oval and not anywhere else, what I'd have to do is make the same selection. I just did Command or Control click on that channel. Let's hide that for a second, and I'm going to fill that with white. Now that would mean don't print anything. So take a look at this. Is going to be the effect, in effect, our black plate if we were thinking of printing. So you see it'll print the gradient from light to dark black and then nothing in the middle. And if I show both of them together, you see now it's only got red here and the black ink there. So that's sort of the basics of it. Now there's all sorts of other issues about trapping and so on. I just want to show you that's the basic principle behind creating a spot color channel. Now where it gets a little more challenging is where you want to use it on an actual image. So I want to take this image here and turn it into a two-color spot color image where it'll just use black and red. So first of all, we need to start off by changing the mode to grayscale, and I just want to do it this way using lab color and the lightness channel. Just gives me a nice looking grayscale. Now if I was really doing this as a real project, what I would also do is keep a color version sitting nearby so I could kind of compare. But I just want to show you now we're back to the same kind of boat where now we have just the gray channel, because that's all we're working on. We're going to make a selection of everything we want to print in our other channel. So let's do it this way. We're going to make a new spot channel. We use the same color since it's there. In this case I didn't have anything selected, so you see at this point it's just a blank. So what we're going to do is go in here, use our magic wand, and we're going to attempt to get a selection of all the areas we want to print in red. And I'm going to do this really quickly just to show you the idea here. We're going to switch back and forth between the magic wand and the lasso tool, something like this. And again, I'm not going to try to be incredibly accurate, just to show you the idea. I'm going to leave a few places out here and there just to show you. But basically what we're going to do is we're now going to copy that and switch to our red color and paste it. And you'll see when I deselect it, actually let's not deselect it, first of all let's just hide it, so Command or Control H, that again as before in our other example, if we look at just the red channel, you see it's printing, all these areas will be printed red, but there will be nothing printed in the middle. So at this point the areas of red are also overprinting the gray. So what I can do is go to the gray channel. I'll just remind you that it is still selected, and I'll use levels as a way of lightening so there's less and less of the black ink. So you see as I do that it gets redder and redder. The more I lighten it, the less black ink will appear and the more red will appear. So if I do the same thing on this channel, use levels and go the other way, darken it up, I'll get a nice fuller kind of a red look. So what I end up with is, if I just look at just the gray channel, there's what would print in black, mostly his face with just a little bit of other areas, and here's what the red channel would look like. And again, that's just touching the surface. I'm going to be honest and tell you, working with spot color channels takes a lot of effort, but the rewards can be worth it. Once you're finished, you need to save as, and I have a feeling it's going to be right off the bottom of our screen here, probably will, but I'll tell you right at the very bottom, you guys can't see it, it says Photoshop DCS2, there it is there. It's a form of EPS file, and when you go to save it, it'll ask you how you want to save it, and this is where you need to talk to your printer to find out the best type. Typically, not always, typically people like to have a multiple file with color composite, which means you'll place it into your page layout software and you'll be able to see it on screen, but it'll print in effect already separated. But talk to your printer about that part, but that's just to give you an overview of spot color. I'm Dave Cross. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy your summer. I know I will. See you next time.